We are here with the deck profile from Nationals 2018. Unfortunately, we are not live. This is a good Christian God-fearing channel. We aren't filming in the venue. Who are we here with today?
Jordan Gallacher.
And what'd you do?
I'm in top 4 at UK Nationals.
What were you playing and why?
I played Gouki because your Trickstar matchup is free, and everyone played Trickstar at Nationals, so there was a lot of free wins.
What did you lose to?
I lost to Pendulum because he stuck to the game plan. Actually, I drew 2 equip spells, so we'll talk about that.
Okay, alright, let's see your list here.
If you guys need any cards, booster boxes, packs, sleeves, anything at all Yu-Gi-Oh related, then please check out YJoCity.com and make sure you use the promo code FarfaFIGO for 5% off all of your orders.
Okay, I mean, it's just all the Gouki, so we played 3 Super X, 3 Twist. I played a lot of Goukis, probably more than most people's list, because if you don't draw one, you can't play game, ever. You can't play the game at all if you don't draw at least one. This is the best one, second best one, so we're still playing 3 of these, and then like 2, you need to play 2 of this, because if you draw one, your soul's dead. It's just, I used its effect in hand to like half battle damage a lot, weirdly. It's relevant for time. And then I put 2 Headbat. You only really need one, and I was playing one for a long time, but the second one kept coming up because this is the common point where they reincarnation you. So if you use Headbat and target your guy on the field, they'll reincarnation you a lot, and having the second Headbat in your deck comes up a lot because of that. And it was just, it wasn't bad at all. It was, I actually liked it quite a lot. Then 2 were Scorpio. I played 2. I was playing 3 for a while as well. It's just because I played the Sky Striker version of the deck, so this works with all your extenders. All the Goukis work with every extender in the deck except from Bear Hug, which is the main issue. I drew this card fucking way too much, man.
So is that a Garnet? I don't know anything about this deck.
It's sort of a Garnet. This works with the Engage engine, but it does. All of these work with Instant Fusion. This is the only one that doesn't work with Instant Fusion because it's level 6. This is 5, but it lets you normal it without tributing. You can play 3 of this if you wanted to play even more Goukis, but I thought this number was fine. I think we ended up on, I think it's 13 Goukis. Yeah, we put 13 Goukis. And then, yeah, I built this deck together with Darren, so also shout outs to Darren. We built this deck together. We played the exact same list. He lost in top 64, but we both topped with it, so obviously we're doing something right. And then we played 1 Ebly, obviously you have to play it. And then we made this decision just to play 3 Ash. We didn't main Droll, because like I said, we thought it was a Trickstar day. And like, Droll just really isn't, as you don't need it against Trickstar. You've got a free win. You'd rather just have consistency cards and engine cards. Whereas like, if you Droll them and your hand's a brick, they're still going to kill you next turn. Whereas you'd rather just like, have the Ash for the reincarn, because this card's just generally all around good. You'd rather just have your deck be more consistent against Trickstar, because if you're opened well, you're killing Trickstar. Like, the deck just doesn't have anything that, like, in engine, like, stops you. The only thing that
doesn't do anything.
Yeah, the only thing that Trickstar can do to stop you is hand traps. And I mean, Droll doesn't stop anything about hand traps, where the cards we played over it were extenders, which can help you play through hand traps. So we chose not to play Droll for this event because it was just Trickstar. If Gouki becomes bigger, you need to play Droll. You can't just play 3 hand traps in your deck. But
sorry, I'm ignorant here of this deck, but like, doesn't Scapegoat like stop them from dying?
No, you kill them through Scapegoat every time.
You can negate a lot.
Whoa. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
We were killing 3 people through Scapegoat because, like, you don't bait out the back row, you don't Phoenix, you don't do like that. You can just activate Ebly in your graveyard to give it to them, and if they have to Scapegoat you there, and then you like Cerberus one, Unicorn another one, Firewall, bounce 2 of them, and just kill them. Okay. It happens all the time, and they can't use Reincarnation Engrave to after they've Scapegoated, so they just die. It's really easy to kill them through Goat.
Okay.
Yeah, that was all the monsters. The spells we played, so we played 3 Engage and 3 Hornetbit. Hornetbit is the best starter because, like I said, they worked with every Gouki. Instant Fusion worked with all of them except Bear Hug. This even works with Bear Hug, so Hornetbit is just the best one by far. So we wanted to play 6. The only thing that we were scared of with this is Droll, because like, if you just play 3 Junk Forward instead of this, then you don't lose the Droll as hard because you get the 2 searches off the soul before you get Drolled. But we just wanted like extra copies of Hornetbit so much. And also the fact that this draws you cards, it actually drew me an insane amount of cards over the whole event. You wouldn't think so with Gouki, but you get into grind games like sometimes, like see when you go as sold and you send a spell and then you ash it, sometimes that's your 3rd spell engrave. And then you've got a Hornet Jones token on the field, so you link that into Kagari, add back the Engage, make a link 3, then your field's clear, you can play this, search another drones, draw a card, you can draw an extender, you can do the full combo from there sometimes. I came up a lot and I top deck this with 3 spells engraved a lot, just draw a card. The card's just insane in the grind, which this deck can get into quite a lot. So we just chose to play the Sky Striker engine there instead of other extenders. And then we played 3 instant. It's the second best extender. It works with every Gouki except from Bear Hug. And it's also insane because in the Trickstar matchup, if they set up double Lyco, it can be tough because you're taking 800 for every search. But this card just shuts down, it just halves the burn you're taking because of Raijin. So you just summon Raijin, book a Trickstar monster, and then you're only taking half burn, which is just really useful. It's one of the best extenders, so we played 3 of that. And then hand traps, negators, we're playing 3 Called by the Grave. Obviously you're playing Gouki, you draw this plus combo, you win unless they drew 2 hand traps. Happened never to me, luckily. Every time I drew this, I had it was game. I just drew combo this, they had draw, I would use this and I would win. And then other like pseudo hand trap like mitigators, like this I mean this god card, I drew it a lot, sorry. Monster Reborn and 2 World Legacy Succession. So this is what we chose to, these 3 were also we were going to be playing 3 more extenders, so it would be 3 Junk Forward or 3 Blue Mountain Butter Spy. I think Butter Spy because it works with Scorpio, but yeah, we end up just deciding to play these instead because these cards help you play through Ash, they help you play through Droll. Like you can actually link under Droll a lot of the times and people don't expect it. But yeah, they ended up okay. They did brick a bit. This card is just so insane against pure Sky Striker because they're always giving you a zone. If they've negated your Isolde and then like passed, you can just play this, get Isolde back, and they have to do something right there. Otherwise, you just start your whole combo, and you haven't normaled, you haven't used rematch. It's really good. But also at the same time it kind of hinders your consistency because we were playing it over 3 more extenders. But we play a lot of extenders anyway. But these were really good, obviously. Rota, it's another Gouki name. It's any Gouki name. The 2 equip spells, we played the Blade and the Aphroditeer. Blade is obvious. Aphroditeer was like insane in testing. Like it's just, it pops a back row. So if you don't know what it does, I'm sure most people do it by this point. You equip it to a warrior, decrease the monster's attack by 500, pop a back row, and then when you link with that warrior and another warrior into Isolde, its effect in graveyard activates and re-equips it to Isolde. Then you can reduce it again to pop another back row, so it's essentially like a twin twister, almost. It's cool, but I drew 2 equip spells. I drew 2 equip spells 3 times in the tournament. I won those games. I won 2 of those games, and then the other one was my game 3 in top 4, sadly. So I mean, it wouldn't have mattered in that game because if this was Moon Mirror Shield, which other people play just in case you draw 2, he had Dweller, so it wouldn't have mattered in that situation. But yeah, drawing 2 sucks, but it happens so well. 2 rematch, 2 is insane. Trickstar always reincarnation out your hand for some reason. I don't know why, because then you just go, I'll link away my Gouki, I'll search another one, activate. It literally did nothing. Your reincarnation just burned me. Yeah, it's good. And then 2 more extenders with Shade Brigandine. Just reset it and activate it if you have no traps in your graveyard. It's the only trap we're playing. So I drew 2 of this once, it sucked, but it's really good extender. You can use it mid combo as opposed to Junk Forward, which you can start with. It's just one of the best extenders in the deck. I wouldn't play 3. Like I said, 2 sucks. I handled once, but it's fine. Yeah, it's main deck, it's 40 cards. Extra. So we played the Raijin for the instant fusion, Borrowload. This was like the debatable spot. Like for a while we were playing Dragoness and Invoker, just to help you be a bit more consistent if you draw like instant fusion Ash. But we decided that was too niche to like warrant in. We'd rather just play a utility card like Borrowload. Firewall, obviously, you're playing Gouki. Unicorn, Insane, Trigate. Double Isolde, obviously. Double Goblin, 1 Serb, and 1 Phoenix. So we played Double Goblin. So to do the full extra link combo, you need like Gouki, any warrior extender, and any random monster in your hand to be able to legally activate Firewall at some point, and then you need to summon it later. But to do it, you also need to play like 2 of one of these. The Goblin's the best one to play 2 of, because if you hard draw Ibli, there's a combo that requires 2 Goblin, and you get to still do the full extra link, but you can't do it if you don't play 2 Goblins. So this was the best ratio for it. And then Underclock, Double Mermaid, this is what you end on with the extra link. You make 2 in your extra monster zones. This card was mental. Like making 2 of this came up so much. Not even just the extra link, just like linking the Ibli away into this just to trigger Firewall, get another guy out your hand, and then make an extra link material. This card just came up so often at 2, it was insane. And then the Kagari. The stars of the weekend, I would say, are these cards. Like, so like, I went to time a decent amount. This card's first effect is really, really good. It makes your monsters do double battle damage. So what you do when you're like, say there's about 2 minutes left on the clock, you need to make your plays in your main phase before you go to your battle phase. Even like, or not even that, just to kill them. You're not even in time. Like you just make a firewall like you're doing your normal phase. Then eventually you make underclock. Use it to target firewall on their monster and make their monster 0. Link this and another monster into Tri-Gate. You can use Firewall there if you've got an extra monster in hand, just special it, and then Firewall hits over their monster for 5,000 damage. It's like the old Odd Eyes combo with Beyond the and Odd Eyes Dragon. So it's just 5,000 damage, 77 if you special damage for Firewall. It's game. I did that OTK so much. I did it in time a lot, and then they can't. Like, you can do it in time even when there's like a couple minutes left, even if you're going to get another turn, because you do 7-2 and you pass to them, you have a bounce, and they have to do like 7-3 damage to you, which is just insane and far too hard for most decks to do. So those cards were just insane. And then extra side we put 2 ogre and 3 droll. We only had space to the side for 5 more hand traps, but we felt we needed them for Gouki. It's all it really was for. We ended up starting to side this in against Trickstar, just as like an extra backup plan, because there was a card that we just kind of didn't want in our deck that much going second, so we decided 3 of these in against Trickstar, but the rest of it was for Gouki. Put these in against Pendulum, I guess, but never really came up. This card is insane. So against Pure Sky Striker, they set up like double, triple Widow Anchor, and you give this to them, and then you make a Goblin co-linked board and you kill them, and all their anchors are dead, and they just die. And also against Pure Sky Striker, like, if you get into a grind, I got into a grind with a guy and he had 1 card in hand which I knew was engaged. He started off Shizuku, 3 spells in grave, and I just gave him this, turned my stronger Link monsters into weaker Link monsters so that he couldn't crash his own Gamma Seal in, and passed. And he just couldn't out his own Gamma Seal. He couldn't play his engage for 3 cards, and it was hilarious. And I won that game. Gamma Seal's crazy. We thought it was better than Hate Trinade because of the Tri-Gate things you can do with it. You can make it 0 and do the 5k damage combo over it, which was really good. It also has applications and Pendulum matchup and stuff like that. And then set a Cowboy for time. It was crazy. I won my match. It was so good. Like there was about 7 minutes left on the clock. I scooped the game. We sided. Started the game. I start doing the normal combo. I'm comboing off. I'm doing everything. Time gets called. I activate Firewall. Add back 2 Super X. Link 2 things away from Firewall. Summon 2 Super X. Well, actually, I'll explain. Time got called and he went, good game, man, and tried to shake my hand, thinking it was a draw. And then I just linked 2 things away from Firewall, made Cowboy, burned him for 800. So that was fun. And that was all completely legal, thanks Konami. I was making legal plays and not slow playing. Yeah, but it was fine. Yep. 3 twin, you know, just back row decks. People say this against Trickstar, I don't know why. You just say it against like trap decks and Pure. This is really good against Pure. It's the main thing for Pure. Put 1 afterburners, just look at searchable removal with our engage engine for stuff like Inspector Border and like just degenerate stuff like that. Like, and we know all our guys said the Inspector Border, some Trickstar decks said Inspector Border, so we just like sided that in those matchups just in case you needed it. And then 2 evenly matched because it was 30. Like it was between. We were either going to play 3 evenly or 3 twin. We only had space for 5, and we decided twin was the better one because you don't have to use your battle phase. You can just kill them. So we just played the 2 of those. And yeah, that's the deck. That's all 6.